Hello everyone, I'm Braun Mithra. I am once again joined by Jay Richter. Hello Jay.
What's up, Bros Bros? It's me, Jay. We're coming right back at you with a GenCon exclusive content breakdown. I'm not going to continue doing this meme.
Aluminum intro at home, yeah.
Well, we've got a lot of things at home.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, so, well, we're also going to cover Willow, and, that's it. Willow was the only thing that dropped. There wasn't a beta that dropped before Gen Con, but correct, we're going to cover the Gen Con releases. So for this video, there's a lot to talk about for Gen Con releases. There was a bunch of stuff released. And since we're going to throw Willow in this one, but we're also going to talk about Legendary Survivor Lantern Armor Aya,
Yes.
and Legendary Survivor Glow. So let's start with the legendary character Lantern Armor Aya.
It's they subcontracted Fallout Boy to write these names.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, this is basically hard plastic Thaya from back when. She's got not only 2 seed patterns, but also a legendary character card, a hybrid armor set, and a regular seed and its respective gear. So she's stocky, as well as the painter scale and the regular scale.
Yes, the same mini. The painter scale and regular scale are exactly the same sculpt, which is great. She's great sculpt, so lots of gameplay stuff here. Pretty much everything from her beta, with the exception of the Lantern Armor Proficiency. We will start with her Red Survivor character card. This is crazy. This is weapons in your gear grid gain all weapon type keywords. This is nuts.
So, old beta Lantern Armor Proficiency, I believe, the Mastery gave everything club. This goes a step further.
Yeah, I mean, even like Convulsator gives everything club. From Echoes 2.
Convalescer.
Yeah, isn't that Echoes 2 or whatever?
Yeah, it goes to Cleric. She has
armor. So this just gives everything.
Everything. Yes. Correct.
Even
Next
things
question.
even things that don't have proficiencies, right?
Yeah. Throne.
Yeah.
Scimitar.
So it's gonna Throne isn't a weapon type keyword yet.
Oh, it is. It just doesn't have a proficiency.
Yeah.
It is Scimitar. Scimitar is definitely a weapon type keyword.
Yeah, Scimitar, Saw,
Cleaver.
What's the new one? Crossbow. Cleaver.
Katana. Twilight Sword.
Yep. Scimitar, Twilight Sword. Well,
yeah,
that's true. It's a weapon type. The Twilight Swords don't have Twilight Sword as their keywords, but
they don't.
No, I don't. I think it just says order. But
well, you know what I mean.
Either way, yes, this makes everything. So
it turns off Kingsman's trap.
Yeah, there's lots of things this will turn off.
It gives everything savage and a bunch of accuracy from Monster Tooth style.
Yeah,
it's everything sharp from Metal Maw.
Like this, even like hit locations.
It goes real hard in a lot of ways.
Yeah, because there's what is it, Dung Beetle Knight, right? Everything's like if you're attacking with a club or a
yes, a club or a pickaxe.
Pickaxe. So
I don't
it's
know.
like,
does this count? Does this do pickaxe and sickle?
No.
I guess they're not.
Because they're not weapons.
No, because hey, there's a pickaxe weapon.
There is a pickaxe weapon, but its pickaxe itself is not a weapon.
Why not?
Because the other ones aren't.
Yeah, shush.
But
it does a lot of silly shit.
Yes.
In the best possible way.
Yes.
I'm grinning like a moron just looking at this and thinking of the possibilities.
Yes. This is insane. This is 100% worthy of being a legendary ability. This is crazy. There's really no reason why this should ever be in your deck all the time.
or shouldn't always be in your deck, rather.
Well, I mean, that's by choice, right? If you were going to play by the rules of echoes or legendary abilities, where you shuffle all your legendary abilities together and then you draw one, and that's the one you get for your entire campaign. That's the same thing as echoes. You shuffle all your unlocked fighting arts, you draw 5, and those are the ones you get. You're not supposed to pick, by the rules as written, you're not supposed to pick your legendary ability. So, otherwise you probably pick this.
If you don't turn off half the hunt phase by making everything a whip.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. This is legitimately crazy.
It's hilarious, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, the speed at which some people can play Kingdom Death, I don't have the luxury to play as fast as other people can play. I wish I could, but I know...
I'm other people.
But I mean, Deno is currently playing with this, right? You can go watch his YouTube thing. I've been watching it. Deno plays great. He's great, very highly tactical and everything. He's playing 7 Swordsman with this, and he gave one of the 7 Swordsmen the Red Survivor ability year 1, just to make them all a character. He gave all the 7... Since he can never have birth, right? The 7 Swordsman thing, you only have those 7 people, so you can never have a birth. So to balance it out, he gave them all a character card to start with, and he gave one of them Aya. And he's like on Lantern Year 12 or 13, and he is just doing just nasty things with this.
That's real funny.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've seen this in action. I haven't got a chance to play it, but I can see the ridiculousness of what this does. I mean,
it's really, really cool, though.
Yeah.
Also, can I just say I love all of the character card art? It's all awesome.
Yeah, you know, the Glow and Red here, Red Survivor here. I think Glow is called like the Glamorous. So Red Survivor and Glamorous. They have like a shine to them now. They're like golden.
Are they like gold foil type?
Kind of. They just have like a shine to them. They're not like the black ink, so it's pretty cool.
It makes sense because they are legendary survivors.
Yes. So this is crazy. This is really fun. I don't even know what you do with this.
The old orang, fist and tooth, everything.
I mean, if you're buying, if you like to chase stuff that's going to make the game easier for you, having this in your character deck every single time is going to do that.
Well, you also draw it, but yes.
I mean, but same thing, right? You do also have to draw it, but then the other end of the bell curve is like, you could draw this 3 times.
Bro, you could draw it 4 times.
I know, that's what I'm saying, so...
It's just like, so how many IM minis do we have? We can absolutely do a whole hunting squad of I.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, yeah, this is crazy. This is such a fun thing. This is the kind of thing where, like, you might just do what Deno did and just give this to someone and just have fun. Because this is, like, crazy.
Yeah.
This allows you to do some crazy things.
Yeah.
But
beyond that.
Yeah, beyond the Red Survivor, we have let's go in the unlock order, because they're going to be kind of tricky. How you do all this stuff. So let's just go refine Lantern Axe next, and then we'll talk about the armors, because they're like a chain of unlocking. So we have refined Lantern Axe, which is refined. It's a weapon melee axe, metal and lantern. The ability now is Cleave. This weapon gains +4 strength, slow, and the 2-handed weapon keyword until the end of the round. Limit once per round.
Spend a movement to do that, so it's toggle.
Oh, yeah. Cleave is neat. I've always thought Cleave was neat. This first appeared in... I think it might even have been on this when this first appeared.
Yeah, it was Lantern Armor, yeah.
Yeah. So Cleave's cool. There's other things with Cleave now as well. Cleave's a very cool thing. This is insane. The refined Lantern Axe here is crazy.
It's very good. It's got great affinities. It's red left and red up. 2 speed, 6+ accuracy, 11 strength.
Yep.
And that's before it gets sharp from being a club at all times.
Yep.
Because thanks, Red Survivor.
Yeah. So this is really good. Now the seed pattern itself is, you need the Lantern Halberd, Perfect Bone, 3 Bone, 2 Organ, and the last ones, the 3 Bone and the 2 Organ, need to be from your Nemesis, or from your Core Node 3.
Yes, Era 3.
Yeah.
Or 4.
No, it's a 3. Core Node 3.
Yeah, but
And then you just need heat, an axe specialist, and blacksmith. I mean, it's all the kind of things you'd have by the time you wanted to make this anyway. So that
oh, absolutely.
there's no like craziness as far as like the requirements to make this, besides for the lantern halberd. So let's talk about lantern halberd. Jay, you pointed this out.
I did. So, how the seed deck works is that seed patterns have keywords. You build the deck with patterns with keywords that are in your campaign. So, like the lucky lion knife needs lion stuff, so it has the lion keyword, and it can't get into your campaign if you don't have a lion. This needs a lantern halberd. It does not have the Kingsman keyword, unlike, say, true lantern halberd in GCE. You can technically get a lantern halberd from a regular terrain in the GCE that is always added to the terrain deck. However, if you don't own the GCE, you don't have that terrain piece. And if you're using Slenderman, this technically goes in your seed deck regardless of the fact that you can never make it.
Correct.
By raw.
Correct. So either you own GCE or you're always using Kingsman. I would treat this as a Kingsman keyword. That's how I would do this.
More or less.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying that's how I'm going to do it.
Because I think King sets up that terrain at all times.
Well, I'm saying if you didn't have GCE. If you don't have GCE, I would treat this. I would only add this if you're using Kingsman.
Or as a Kingsman, yes.
Yeah. Now,
I mean, it's worth, honestly, having Kingsman in your campaign.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's really good.
Kingsman has rewards now, guys.
Yeah. Kind of. You can get Lantern Halberd. Oh, no, I guess you'd have to win, but you can get Lantern Halberd from the Death Blow, so.
Get it from the Death Blow, from the Guidepost.
Yeah.
And that's it, I think.
Yeah. Well, I just meant that's why I said kind of, because you can get it just from with Armored Strangers.
Yes.
So you could if there was a way of never fighting Kingsman, you technically could still do it, but
yeah, it's the way to do that is to just give up 4 population every couple of years.
Yep. That's the way to do it. So next we have
Soldier Lantern Cuirass.
Yes, which is a seed. So the first step is a seed pattern.
Yes, it's a bit of a neat chain here.
Yes. So the seed pattern itself is a node 1.
Yeah, it's arrow 1, which is kind of funny.
Which is, well, I mean, it doesn't actually really matter at all because of what you need to make it.
Yeah, you need a Lantern Cuirass, which is going to be minimum Lantern Year 10 if you're really, really pushing Blacksmith.
Yeah. So even though this is node 1, none of this stuff is like...
Well, I guess you could get a Lantern Cuirass from Mineral Gathering.
Yeah, true. But I just meant, like, none of the crafting here requires node 1 here stuff.
Yeah, well, yes.
Perfect Hide, Iron, none of those things are node 1 related, so it doesn't matter what node this is.
It requires a survivor with 3+ hunt XP milestones to craft, and it gives you the refined lantern armor hybrid armor set. So the purple ones on seed patterns are
they're rewarding.
Decks. Yeah, or punishing.
So that's how you get the refined lantern armor thing, by crafting this. Then you'll get the hybrid set.
Yes.
So the hybrid set does not go in your deck, and to show this, it has a little pattern symbol up in the top left.
I would have also put a stop hand personally, but that's just me.
I agree. So here's the interesting thing about this. If you Clinging Mist, you're going to lose your hybrid armor set bonus.
Hey, I guess that's true.
Yeah, because it's connected to your settlement.
Yeah.
So that's a little interesting thing. So don't go Clinging Misting with your Soldier and Lantern armor set.
Or I mean, it's really good without the set.
Well, I mean, yeah. It's more of just a joke.
Yes. That is funny.
Now,
so the refined lantern armor set itself just requires the lantern gauntlets, mail, boots, and the soldier lantern cuirass, or the veteran lantern cuirass, which we'll get to.
Yes.
It doesn't have a head listed. Do we have confirmation one way or the other if that means you can't have head armor, period?
No, I haven't seen confirmation, but I don't see why you couldn't. It's the same as like, uh, was it the other one Aya has where it's set because it on that one, what's Vagabond armor? That one says you can't wear armor head.
Yeah.
So this doesn't say that, so I assume you can.
Which makes sense. I suppose, because Aya's whole thing is the tabard, but yeah.
Yeah, so I'm assuming because it doesn't say that, whereas Vagabond does, you can wear a head armor piece.
Yeah.
So, and then while wearing the Veteran Lantern Curious, which is the other one, the one you get the regular pattern for.
Down the line.
Yes. You cannot be knocked down while you're attacking, and all clubs in your gear grid gain Sharp and Persistence 1.
Yes. The knockdown used to be called, literally called Poise from Dark Souls.
Yeah, it used to be Poise. It used to just be part of the armor set bonus. Now it's specifically locked to the second one, the Veteran Lantern.
Yes. The upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
But the Soldier Lantern Curse itself is nothing to sniff at.
Yes.
Or sneeze at.
So now let's talk about the Soldier Lantern. It's the first one.
Yes, so it is Seed, Armor, Metal, Heavy, Blue up and down, Green left and right, and 5 chest armor. -1 movement. Add 4 armor to all hit locations wearing armor. That is an unlocked ability and happens at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a straight upgrade both in value and in utility from the base Lantern Curse.
Yep.
The affinity bonus, which is 2 blue and 2 green, not puzzle pieces, just 2 blue and 2 green.
Mm-hmm.
During the aftermath, if you have no armor points remaining at your body hit location, gain the Veteran Lantern Cuirass pattern, which is neat.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It's real good.
Yeah. So even by itself, the Soldiers one is really good. Like, really good.
Like, really, because it allows a lot more freedom with not being puzzle locked as opposed to the regular Lantern Cuirass.
Mm-hmm.
It's just very flexible.
Mm-hmm. Now let's talk about the Veteran one.
Oh boy.
The pattern first.
Pattern first. So it requires the Soldier Lantern Cuirass and 3 Black Lichen, which is
3 Black Lichen.
3 Black Lichen is a bit steep.
That's a bit steep.
At least it's not 3 Black Lichen from the strongest monster in your campaign anymore.
Yes. But 3 Black Lichens, a lot. It's not that much. It's more so just holding on to 3 Black Lichen can be troublesome.
Depending on your campaign.
Yes, depends on your campaign, but normally by the time you're starting to do Black Lichen and stuff, that's normally when you get the bad settlement event, or not settlement events, normally when you start getting bad story events that wipe your whole storage and stuff.
Yes.
That's usually when like Bone or Hands of Heat comes around from like Romantic and stuff, or not Romantic. Yeah, it is. Society Principle can add Hands of Heat, right?
I think it can force you to roll on Lantern Branding anyway.
Yeah. So whatever one, but yeah. So it's more so keeping the Black Lichen around in storage can be difficult.
So the Veteran Lantern Cuirass is armor, metal, heavy, other because of the Black Lichen. It's not a seed anymore, which makes sense. Adds blue up and down, green left and right. It's 5 chest armor. Add 5 armor to all hit locations wearing metal armor for free.
Mm-hmm.
And the affinity ability is 2 blue and 2 green. Affinity, not puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
Increase the perfect range with clubs by 1. That stacks with the lantern gloves.
Yep.
Or do lantern gloves do accuracy? Wait, hold on.
2 accuracy for the clubs.
Oh,
for the gloves, I mean. But I mean, this goes with the character card, so.
Yeah, it's true. You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah, increase your perfect hits of everything with the character card. But
hey kids, do you like killing everything?
Yeah, the character card. The character card. There's 2 ways of looking at it. Either you think about it forever going forward, or you just write it off and evaluate it like it never existed. So we'll just, from now on, we mentioned the character card, and we're never going to evaluate anything else like this character card exists.
Until something comes along and says all of your attacks gain devastating 2, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's already it's already a thing. So one of the echoes gives all your daggers devastating because...
Oh, you know what? You're right. Daggers are the best weapon class. Hey, this gives everything daggers. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, devastating and savage stack, so...
It's true. However, that's a very strong piece of armor.
Oh yeah, you just get Monster Tooth fighting stuff, right? Monster Claw, and now everything's savage, and then you just give everything devastating because it's daggers. It's the character. You go watch Deno play around with the character.
You can do some goofy shit with this release, but it's the kind of goofy shit that you like have fun with, and then you go fight super strong monsters because you have it.
Yeah, I think the way he balanced it was he gave all monsters +1 damage.
Hey, you know what? Worthwhile trade-off.
So this is the Aya box, which is...
It's a good box.
This is crazy good box, right? I already really liked the original Aya when she was in beta. I thought she was one of the better ones.
I hope we see Lantern or armor proficiency as a concept in the future, but that's like my only complaint.
Yeah, everything here is great. Like, I think... Because here's one of the things... I'll mention this when we start talking about Glow, but... the thing that's nice about this, right? Let's say you just own Core, and you want to get this. The thing that Core really struggles with, and we don't have to worry about that anymore. Again, this is a pre-Gambler's Chess world, but you remember, Kingdom Death, we had like 7 years of waiting for that. The original game was, once you beat the Watcher, it was kind of just fighting Lopes or whatever. There was a long gap in there between Lantern, whenever you beat the Watcher and waiting up to Gold Smoke Knight, and there was nothing like new in there, right? So I always used to just tell people, you know what, if you own Lion Knight, just put those hybrid armor sets in there and chase those. That way at least you're doing something. Or get Echoes and chase the Strains. That way you're at least doing something for those 10 years. This is much like that.
Quests in a freaking Bethesda game. It's giving yourself something to do.
Something to do, right? Just chasing this Lantern armor is something to do. So... yeah, there's like just having something to add. So like this is so like put it in every single game, and maybe you feel like chasing it, maybe you don't. This is like just literally like in every single game going forward, because it's so reliant on the blacksmith stuff, and blacksmiths in all games and all campaigns.
Yep.
This is always an option for you.
It's good, solid release. It's got the painter skill for the people that like it. It's got
great mini,
interesting game content.
Yep.
9.5 out of 10. Good job, Poots. We're off to a rollicking good start with the Legendary Survivor series. Let's see if we can keep up that momentum.
Yeah. So let's talk about Glow. All right.
Do your rant, bro.
Look. I don't dislike the gear that's included in Glow. I don't dislike the all of it used together. I really like all of the gear in Glow. I think together the gear that we're about to talk about is interesting, and it adds to one of the the more rare and very straightforward roles, which is tanking. So this is a lot of neat stuff for tanking if you wear it all together and everything. So this is Legendary Survivor Glow, which is the same concept as Aya that we just talked about. You're going to get a legendary character card. And then...
it's the same product line.
It's the same product line, I guess. So Legendary Survivor Glow has 4 minis in it, unlike the other one that had a painter scale and then a regular game scale. So this has 4 minis of the same survivor. They're all of Glow, or whatever her name is. I think it's Glow, or Holy Mage is what she's based off of, right?
She's like the Echoes version of Holy Mage.
Yeah. So we'll just assume that her name's Glow. Either way, you're gonna get 4 of her, and the sculpts aren't bad. They're like all progressive throughout a story arc. It seems. Kind of not so much like 10th Anniversary, but they appear to be progressive. I think one of them is wearing all the gear.
Yeah, so it kind of lines up from starting Survivor in just cloth, and then Rawhide, and then either Screaming Antelope or Count armor, I'm not really sure, and then Death King armor. So it's like progressing through a campaign.
Yes.
It's a version of this character from different points on the timeline.
Yes.
Conceptually.
Which is neat, right?
Sure.
The concept...
It's solid.
The concept is solid, right? This is now I'm going to go on to what I would have contrasted and changed.
And just for my own sake, and I feel like it's worth mentioning, you get the 4 minis. However, you only get 3 art cards.
Yes.
So you get an art card for the starting Survivor and one for the Rawhide. You don't get one for the third one, and the fourth one is, I think, just a redraw of the original generic Holy Mage, not like her Death King armor version.
Yeah.
I just want to put that out there.
So going back to the 4 minis in one box, all of the same character. This is something that we've seen already from Kingdom Death, but never in a single release. This is the Saviors did it. So Snow has like Snow, and then there's like Snow 20 years, 40 years, 80 years, I think is what they are, or 40, 60, 80. I forget what they are, but Snow has 4 versions, right? Savior has 4 versions of themselves. Both male and female. Snow is the female, and then the male also had 4 versions. So it's...
I think it's like 20, 40, 60.
Is it 20, 40, 60? Whatever it is. I don't remember, but... So the concept of that is neat, right?
You could have seen the growth of a Survivor.
Yeah, you could have done that with Snow, because, that would be neat. Snow is someone we haven't seen those reprints in a while. And the way this works is you get a legendary card called the Glamorous, right?
Legendary character card. Yeah.
Legendary character card, and then the character card says when you reach the following Hunt XP milestones, you gain the patterns. So 1, 2, and 3, and then you just gain the patterns.
Yeah, the voluptuous bodysuit, the mage's hood, and the holy sword whip.
Right. So,
So this is a legendary ability, and it takes up your campaign's legendary character slot.
Now...
And it's a dead draw past the first one.
Yes. This is a dead draw if, one, you already have someone who has this.
Yep.
Because you're probably investing in leveling them up, or whatever you want. You're invested in giving them Hunt XP. You're already doing that. 2... it's a dead draw if you've already completed these, even if the other person's alive or dead.
Yes.
Because it doesn't give you anything once you've already done it.
Yeah, the only way you would want to redraw this was like if you only get the first one or something.
Right.
And we die.
The fact that this is a character card just makes this a wanderer, right? Whoever this is, you're gonna get this character card. Now you're gonna be incentivized to use that person, or just cheat and give them a bunch of hunt experience via mentor, via the forum, or, in a different world, you could have eaten a perfect organ and just given them a bunch and gotten them to age 3. And then you just trigger this and you get the patterns. And once you do that, you just move on from the character. Maybe they got something else, or who knows, right? You're playing a wanderer. You have a wanderer at home now.
Diet Pepsi wanderer.
Yeah, this could have just been a wanderer. Right? We know how much a Wanderer box costs, or we don't know exactly, but Black Friday 2023, the Wanderer boxes were 35 USD. This is 60 USD. Yes, so Aeneas was 40 USD. Still, this is 60 USD, and you're basically just getting a Wanderer. This is just a Wanderer. It's everything mechanically about a Wanderer, minus the book and the fact that they have a monster knowledge, but everything mechanically about a Wanderer, this character card just creates one. And then you're going to be incentivized to use it forever till they get to these milestones. Once they reach their milestone, they're going to give you their stuff, and then they're done. You're not going to play with them anymore. When I use this, I'll probably just put the patterns... Maybe I'll just give someone this. There's no way of getting these patterns outside this character card. Kind of sucks.
The best way to do it, truly and honestly, is to pick a lantern, like Lantern Year 5, and have her show up like a wanderer.
Yes.
That's it.
That's what I would do.
That's all you need to do.
Just Lantern Year 5, you have the Glamorous, and then you just create a new character. You create a new survivor, +1 population, and a survivor with the Glamorous legendary ability. And then you move on. You just call it a day.
That's all you need to do.
Yep, that's the best way of doing this. This is just a wanderer at home. So,
now on to the gear.
Again, I really love all the gear. I like all the minis, too. They look... 2 of them are really cool. I like the fact that you can use the same character for minis. Like I said, the snow... Had this been snow, it would have been different, maybe, because... But even then, I don't think I would have liked it as much still. But either way, onto the gear. Now that I've informed everyone how this works mechanically. Let's start with the voluptuous bodysuit.
Yeah, that's the first one you get. So this is a pattern. You can make one of them. It requires face painting to craft, and for 2 endeavors and 2 scrap. Also, this is a different style of pattern because it's not just a picture of the gear item on the pattern card. It's like the gear item under construction, which is kind of neat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the art on these.
Yeah, they're neat. The bodysuit itself is just an item. It's got green right, add 1 armor to all hit locations. When you are attacked, treat each attack roll that is a 2 as if it was a 1. Which is solid.
Yeah.
It is, I mean, it's more or less +1 evasion, kind of. But it does stuff down the line.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is better. So here's why this is better, right? Because some monsters and stuff have Keen, and Keen ignores positive evasion.
Yep.
So as more and more monsters either get more accuracy added to them later in the game, like Node 4 quarries and stuff, late game quarries are going to have either Keen or a bunch of accuracy to try to overcome your evasion. This is just better in those situations because a 1 is a fail regardless of accuracy and regardless of if you would have hit an evasion and all that stuff. So
if evasion's so good, where's evasion 2?
Yeah.
Here's evasion 2. The sequel, Tokyo Drift, Holy Land's Drift.
Yeah, so this is just better than evasion even, right? Because the monster could have 10 accuracy and you could have 10 evasion, and like hitting on a 2+ is still going to work. So now it won't. So this is ignoring monster accuracy. So it's really cool. This is really good. Next we have Mage's Hood.
Gets better with the Mage's Hood. Would you like to read that?
Yeah, Mage's Hood is the second one. So this is the Age 2. Mage's Hood, the pattern is 1 Endeavor. 2. Remember, now these are all just regular patterns, so it doesn't matter where you're getting like your scrap and stuff, or your cloth, or perfect tides from and stuff. They're not node specific, so it's 1 Endeavor, 2 cloth, 1 scrap, 1 perfect hide. Now the cloth is easy to get, maybe, unless you've got bloody cloth, but cloth is still easy to get. So then this also requires face painting. So then Mage's Hood is item cloth. It's an accessory, so that's huge. The first time you are attacked each round, you glow with confidence. Add 1 to all hit locations for each attack roll that is a 1.
And now we see stuff stacking.
Yes. Which, yes, the bodysuit and the Mage's Hood also go together to create the green puzzle piece.
Yes, that you need. It's pretty darn good armor gain.
Yes.
20% on every single attack.
Yes, this is also an accessory, which is amazing.
It's a head accessory. It's 1 head armor even.
Well, it's accessory. That means it will, help you complete armor sets.
True. Yes.
Or no, it doesn't have outfit, but you can wear a complete armor set because this is an accessory, is what I meant to say.
Complete armor set, clothed and satiated.
Yes,
whatever.
because a complete armor set is 5 gear grid spaces, and then you use these 3 things, it's only going to leave you at 8. So you can still use a complete armor set and even a whole different weapon if you don't want to use the Holy Sword Whip. But
it's almost like having a second armor set. How kind of like solid these effects are.
Yep. So next we go to the Holy Sword Whip.
Yes. So the Holy Sword Whip requires Inner Lantern to craft. For 1 endeavor, 1 ring whip, and 3 scrap daggers, which is very expensive. It is weapon, melee,
Oh, you don't
sword.
want to talk about the Inner Lantern?
Oh. Is there something to talk about?
Yeah, what's Inner Lantern give you?
Surge.
What can't you do in People of the Sun?
Inner Lantern. So yes, that is a thing.
So yeah, the fact this requires Inner Lantern means you can't use it in People of the Sun.
Which is unfortunate.
Yep. Okay, continue.
Would I just give it to my, would I just unlock it through Hands of the Sun, maybe?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
But yeah.
I just thought that was worth mentioning.
True. It is weapon, melee, sword, whip, metal, and holy, which the other 2 aren't for some reason. I feel like they should all be holy. 1 speed, 6+ accuracy, 9 strength, reach 2 in savage with the red left, and for a red puzzle, a blue affinity, and 2 green affinities. When you are attacked, choose 1 roll result and roll 1d10. If your roll is higher than the chosen result, set the chosen result to 1. That's really good.
Yep.
That's ripple pattern. Yeah, that's like ripple pattern pretty much from DBK.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, except for the fact that it synergizes with all this other stuff as well.
Yes.
Ripple pattern, I think, just makes a fail, or does it change it to a 1?
It makes it a fail, but
yeah.
On its own, it's basically a ripple pattern.
Yes. So, very cool. This is also a sword whip, and as we talked about with Aya's legendary card, just having whips is great for the hunt.
Having whips, always good.
Yeah. So this is really cool. It's also a 9 strength for a whip.
It might be the best whip in the game.
Yeah, might be the best whip in the game. I forget exactly what...
No, I mean Scourge. You can't compete with Scourge, but still.
Oh, sure, yeah. I was going to say I don't remember exactly what the seed pattern whip... What is this fingernail whip? I can't remember exactly what fingernail whip is.
It's like clobber or something. It's meh.
But yeah, this is great because it's a sword whip. Really cool. It's got Savage, which is cool.
Always good.
Reach.
It's really expensive, but it's at that point in the game, it's probably worth it.
Yeah, well, because it's a sword, right? Having Savage on a sword is really good because of sword specialization, where you can assign your thing after you roll. So, like, you know where you're going to crit, so you can get Savage to proc, right? Like, the thing that makes Savage a little bit weaker than Devastating is the fact it only triggers once, and you need to crit, and sometimes you just don't draw the right location, or you don't crit at the right time. At least with making this a sword, you can almost pretty much always guarantee you're going to hit that Savage.
Yeah, if one of them has a crit and the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
For, like, Butcher or something. Yeah.
Yep. So really good. The sword whip is a great combination. Yeah, this stuff is really cool. Like I said, I would use this as a wanderer rather than to try to just dead draw this from your character deck. I think it'd be just great to just put a year on this, add +1 population, give that person the glamorous, and then just play it literally like a wanderer. Awesome. So, but that's not rules as written, so... All right, let's move on to the last one we're going to talk about because it's been quite a bit, as I assumed we would have a lot to talk about. Next video, we're going to have a lot to talk about with Survivors of Death.
That one's going to be an even longer video.
Probably. Well, we still have lots to talk about here. So now let's talk about Seed Pattern Willow.
Which is a terrible, awful name for this. It should have been Refined Sword Willow.
Yeah, Refined Sword Willow would have been a neat name, but, you know, Seed Pattern Willow, it is what it is, right? It lets you know what you're getting.
It's basically hard plastic Willow.
Yeah, I would have said Novel Sword Willow because this Refined Sword's sick, but it's much more intriguing knowing that you're getting that sword specialization than it is knowing you're getting the seed. But let's talk about Willow. Pretty much, she's another one like Aya, who came from Beta, who is pretty much, I would say, this is pretty much just a betterly worded everything. But other than that, the spirit of her beta lives on.
It's a straight upgrade, almost 1-to-1.
Yeah, it's straight upgrade on pretty much all around, except for one spot. But other than that, all around.
Yes.
So let's talk about the Refined Lantern Sword, the seed pattern first. This is another Node 1. So arrow 1, whatever you want to call it. So there's 3 bones are going to need to come from a level your node 1 quarry. So you're going to have lantern sword, which you can get for free. Or no, you can't. Yes, you can,
Yes, you
right?
can.
You can go into this is the maw one. Open maw, right?
Yep.
Or whatever the name of that whatever name of that returning cracks in the ground. Is it cracks in the ground? Then you roll it.
Open wall. It's open wall.
Is it open maw? Okay. So you can get a lantern sword for free. Then you get a perfect bone, 3 regular bones, need from quarry 1, and then 2 endeavors.
So for eras, it's era or higher.
Yes. So then
It can be like 3 shape bones.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
low.
So sword specialist with 3 or more courage, which is exactly how the novel specialization used to unlock.
And it's also now how the novel specialization unlocks.
Yes. And
As when you craft the refined lantern sword, you gain weapon proficiency, sword, willow.
yes. You gain weapon proficiency, sword, willow.
Which is also a terrible name. There's more terrible names tomorrow.
So then you make refined lantern sword. So the changes here are it's 3 speed, 5 accuracy, exactly the same as it used to be. The strength went down. It used to be 355, now it's 353. However,
Oh no.
we'll talk about it almost negligible because of what it actually gained. So then it's seed, weapon, melee, sword, finesse, metal. Left and right, or left red, right blue. It has razor sharp, which I guess kind of means this requires the gambler's chest, but it actually doesn't. It just means you could roll a d10 and add 4.
Yes.
So you don't actually need the gambler's chest. You could just, if you don't have gambler's chest, you don't have the razor sharp dice, it's just roll a d10 plus 4 to all your roll results. So it's...
Well, no.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Isn't it?
No, because so the razor sharp die is a d6, but it's numbered 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, yeah. So you just go...
You roll a d6 and convert it.
Yeah, you roll a d6 and add 4.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is. Roll a d6 and add 4. So then, okay, so then that's how you'd handle razor sharp if you don't have GCE. And then refined, again, this is just a keyword in Gambler's Chest now, but just for sake of saying it, I think we also mentioned on the Aya axe, but when this fails to wound attempt, you may re-roll a wound.
Limit once
Attempt.
per attack.
Yeah, once per attack.
It's like the flip side of
Axe Bash.
not axe bash, early iron.
Yeah, but I mean, this is just Axe Bash.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Yeah.
It's a really good sword.
Yeah, this is really good. This is
Minimum 8 strength, maximum 13.
Yeah, this is really good. It's 3 speed hitting on a 5+. This is really good.
It's really good if you know that you're not about to eat the trap.
Yeah.
But then again, you could just use the red survivor.
Yeah. Okay. We done. Okay.
Oh, it's spear proficient. Not kidding.
No, this is really good. Refined Lantern Sword. This is really good. This is like probably your go-to, right? Because the thing with sword is sometimes it's hard to level up, right?
Because sword, there's a lot of swords, but they're kind of boring and not very good, except for Scrap Sword, my beloved.
That's what I was gonna say. Scrap Sword is pretty much your go-to as it is now, because you're not gonna use Bone Sword.
No.
The long sword from Croc is also not that great. I tried doing that when I was playing Game was just one of my runs on stream because I knew I was going to try to go for getting a Sword Master for Atlas so I could get, the full 8 seconds so I could actually show the card on stream.
Oh, you're playing like that, huh?
Yeah, right? Because you get to view it for 8 seconds, right? When you have a Sword Master, you get to view each... Yeah. So, that's why I was chasing Sword Special, and I was like, well, I'll use the Croc Sword. Not that great, the Croc Sword. And then your upgrades, there's nothing from Smog Singers as Peace Sword, right?
Smog Singers is Spinning Swords.
Oh, Spinning Swords, yeah. The range +2, also not that super great. But this is great. This would be the one I would use. I would use this all the way up until I probably got to King.
Yeah. Especially because Oxidized Lantern Sword is pretty solid.
But can't oxidize and everything.
You can't oxidize outside of
Lantern.
And the Dreamkeeper version, the Fortune Lantern Sword, kind of sucks.
Yeah,
It's
it's not too
sharp.
bad.
Or no, it's sharp. It's like
Yeah.
deflect X, where X equals your reroll tokens. It's very meh.
Yeah, so this is great.
Especially in lieu of this.
Yeah, this is great. So this is perfect. It gives you exactly what you need. Like giving a new specialization for sword. It's not like guitars, for example, right? Guitars are pretty good. You could use croc guitars pretty much the whole game. So like it's nice to get an actual good sword that you'll want to use enough to actually level this up.
Yeah.
So then we have specialization. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can read it.
Okay, so this is the specialization. Swords in your gear grid gain block 1 and the two-handed keyword. This used to be deflect, and it used to be the mastery that did that. And then it's when you block or deflect a hit with a sword, gain 1 survival. So, really good. This is really good.
Now you can use the red survivor to make your king shield and then deflect with that every now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep doing that meme for both of these videos.
For both, okay. Ugh, okay.
No, kidding.
And then you get the so this specialization is good. It's not super bad because you got to remember when you get this is you get it from the seed pattern, right? So the novel specializations never go in the deck. You can never choose them. They're always locked to something, even like Cleaver and stuff. So
yes. Don't get them as an innovation when you hit mastery.
Yes. You also don't get them if you ever do stuff. These are considered locked ones. So like Twilight Sword and Katana are like novel kind of in the same thing. They'll probably get upgraded to novel at some point. They should be because anyway.
0.7.
Yeah, well, it just means you can never get these if like you get your mastery changed, or it says like gain a random specialization when you gain +1 population, or from Atnus where it says born with sword specialization. You can't choose this.
Yep.
So.
Statue, etc.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, so all those kind of things. It's just worth noting.
I believe, however, you are able to pass it with
family. Yes.
Hope innovations and also
family.
Worm virus.
Yeah, but family is what you want here, 100%.
Family buffs.
Because
family buffs.
The only way to get this is the seed pattern. So then once you have the seed pattern, you have to pass this on with family. Because as you said, you're not going to get the mastery, or the mastery is not going to create innovation.
Correct. And you can't just keep giving people this. Because you can only craft one of them. You can't even craft more to give more people.
Correct.
Unless you lose the first one.
So the mastery.
Yep.
After resolving a monster's AI card, so just a AI card in some form. This could be, a butcher drawing a second AI card. Just something, basic action from, it could be the Phoenix, Disdain, right? Or whatever. It's just something on an AI card.
Yeah.
If you ignored a hit.
Blacken.
Yeah. If you ignored a hit with block or deflect, you may spend 1 survival to activate a sword and attack. Limit once per round. This is crazy.
Now things get interesting.
Yes. So this used to not be specifically to AI. It used to just be after resolving a monster action, which used to mean you could trigger your novel spec like during a hit location reaction. So it's a little more limited than what it was when it was beta, but this is still insanely good.
It's super fun. It's not even just good, it's fun.
Yeah, this is just really fun.
Like clinching that, like blocking the first hit, getting a crit that knocks the monster down and cancels the rest of the turn. You're gonna get those kind of things going on. It's cool.
Yeah.
One-shotting an antelope on its turn.
Yeah, this is like, what do they call it? Riposte, right?
Yeah, it's like a riposte or a counter hit.
Yeah. So this is really cool.
It's very, very Dark Souls.
Yeah, this is a great white box, all right?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's legit great.
This is a great white box. I would say this is probably one of my favorite white boxes because just of this novel specialization. Like,
does it surpass Skrell?
I don't know if it's as Skrill is just fun because you're always going to see it regardless. This you're always going to see too because, you know, it's just a regular seed pattern. There's no limits on the seed pattern. It's always going to go in your deck. But you might not be chasing sword specialization. Not all the time, right? Unless you're using the Red Survivor. But in a game where you want to play with swords, right? And sometimes you might want to do that.
Many swords. There are a lot of swords in this game.
Yeah, and like I said with Atnus, like if you're using Atnus, this is awesome. Because you're probably going to be chasing a sword special.
And there's probably lore there.
Yeah. So this is really good. I like this white box a lot. Willow's also a really cool mini.
She's great. She's another Lantern Armor's one of my favorite armor sets 5-wise. It's good. She's good.
Yeah, this is great. More razor sharp weapons is always fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very strong.
All right, so this is the first half of our GenCon review. This has been a long video.
That was what? 2.5 hours?
Yeah, no, I don't know how long it was. But very cool. So we're going to talk about the other GenCon stuff next video, which will be Survivors of Death, Indomitable Survivor, Ledla, and Great...
Golden Bat Hunter.
Golden Bat Hunter, yeah. I was going to say Great Bat Hunter. Golden Bat Hunter.
Voltron. Not Voltron. Voltron.
Voltron, yeah, I got confused with Great Game Hunters. I was going to say Great Bat Hunter, but no. You're right. Golden Bat Hunter. So we'll talk about those. Survivors of Death 1. Lots of stuff to talk about. So, Jay, I will see you in the next video.
Oh, peace out, bros.